Imagine waking up in the morning knowing that you can focus on running your business smoothly, focusing on growth and innovation while somebody else handles all of your bookkeeping and tax preparation. Wouldn't that be amazing? Kind of sounds too good to be true though, doesn't it? Unfortunately, a lot of new business owners struggle with finding the right bookkeeper or accountant to handle all these things in their day-to-day. This is the dream for most business owners because many of us are not strong at bookkeeping and accounting, but someone's got to do it. And it's not always easy to know where or how to find the right person to handle this stuff, especially if you don't want it to cost you an arm and a leg. Well, if this is an area where you need help, you need to know about Doola. Doola isn't just another financial management service. This is a huge game changer that you need to know about. In the next few minutes, we'll dive into what makes Doola stand out and how this can simplify your business finances in bookkeeping no matter where you are in the world. And by the way, as we go through this, you should know that REtipster does have an affiliate link to Doola. So if any of this sounds interesting and you want to check it out, be sure to click through our affiliate link and help support the REtipster community. So what is Doola exactly? Well, to put it simply, Doola is a financial management service, but at its core, this is a bookkeeping and tax service that helps business owners around the world to handle their accounting and tax returns in the US. Doola serves customers in over 160 countries around the world who need to file their tax returns in the US on an ongoing basis. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I think about bookkeeping and tax preparation, I think about things like QuickBooks or TurboTax, and Doola is not really the same thing as that. QuickBooks and TurboTax sort of presupposes that you already know what you're doing and that you know how to deal with this software, but Doola is very different in that all you have to do is upload your bank statements and any other requested financials through Doola's secure portal, and then your Doola-appointed CPA will review everything and file your taxes for you. The whole idea behind Doola is that you won't need to go out and find and hire a local CPA in the US to do all this for you because your Doola-appointed CPA will handle it all at a much lower cost and in a much more convenient way. You just need to send them your bank statements and any other supplemental information they ask for, and they'll handle the rest. Now, when I first heard about Doola, I immediately started comparing this idea to my current CPA who I've been using for years, trying to just compare and contrast, why would I use Doola instead of the CPA I've been using all this time? Does Doola have something to offer that my CPA doesn't? And one of my big questions about this was, okay, so if I use one of these Doola CPAs, how often do I get to talk to them? Can I just pick up the phone and call them whenever I want and get information and insights and ideas and tax strategy advice like on demand? And the answer is not really, but it's not that hard either. You can't just pick up the phone and call the CPA whenever you want because they have a high volume of other clients that they have to serve as well, but you can schedule an appointment with them whenever you want and usually get on the phone with them within the next couple of business days. So it's not that hard to get a hold of somebody and ask questions if and when you need to. And with Doola, the process starts with a CPA call to initiate the tax filing process. And from then on, communication through email is sufficient for most people. And when I think about how I communicate with my CPA, that's usually how we do it. A lot of times when we do talk on the phone, I could just as well do it through email anyway, but sometimes the phone is a little bit easier depending on what kind of questions I have. So it's not that dissimilar from what you would normally get, I don't think. And with Doola, they don't have like a mandatory once a year phone call with your CPA, but anytime you want to, you can get on a 30-minute phone consultation and talk with them that way if that's something you need. So you can discuss your tax questions at length if you need to. And another thing I was wondering about was like, can this CPA give me like investment advice or tax strategy advice? Like how far can they go? Like, are they really as good as my current CPA? Are they at that level? Or is this some like entry-level person who just got out of college? And I honestly don't know their amount of experience, but in terms of the advice they can give, they can't give you investment advice because you need like a financial advisor for that, but they can definitely offer you tax strategy advice depending on what kind of help you need, what kind of business you're running, and that kind of thing. But as with any of these conversations, it helps a lot if you can come to the table with very specific questions about what you need help with, and even let them know that before you get on a call with them, just so they kind of know how to answer your question the best. So it's really very similar to a normal CPA client relationship. It's just that this is happening all virtually, and this client provides kind of limited services in that they're just there to handle the bookkeeping and tax filing for you. It kind of doesn't really go beyond that unless you have specific questions you want to talk to them about. Another thing I was wondering about when I first heard about Doola was, can they help me with my personal tax returns too? Because that's what my current CPA does. They handle my business and personal tax returns just because they can kind of know my whole situation and handle it all in one shot. And apparently Doola does not currently offer that. They don't really focus on personal tax returns, but they've told me it is on their roadmap and it's going to be live by next tax season. So even though that's not available as of the date of me publishing this video, it will be the next time you have to do your taxes. I was also wondering, say if you have like multiple business entities like I do and you want to have Doola handle all that stuff, can you get a discount for bringing multiple businesses to the table? The answer is yes. And actually, once you sign up for a Doola account, you'll get your own little referral link that you can share with other people, or even click through your own referral link and you'll get a 15% commission on anybody you refer through that link. And by the way, did I mention REtipster has a referral link? Don't forget to click through it. One thing I thought was pretty interesting about Doola is that at the time of this recording, about half of their clients are international business owners who don't live in the US, but they run a business in the US. Because this kind of service makes a lot of sense for them. Because when you think about somebody who's trying to run a US business, but they live somewhere else, whatever relationship they have with their accountant has to be a virtual relationship. They can't sit down across the table from them. And that's basically what this is anyway. It just costs a lot less than most CPAs normally cost. Doola also has some proprietary software that makes it really easy for their clients to upload their bank documents and other statements securely. And depending on which CPA you work with, even the more expensive conventional ones right here in the US don't always have a good way to do this. So because of how Doola's business works and how all of their clients are virtual and remote like this, they've had to solve this problem and make it really easy for their clients and customers to upload their documents like this. And now on to the big question, how much does it cost to use Doola? Well, in my opinion, this is where Doola really shines. When I look back over the past few years of working with my CPA, I love them. They do a great job, but it's rare that I spend less than $6,000 per year for their services. Again, not complaining, they do awesome work, but Doola, if you sign up for their annual plan, currently it starts at $1,999 or $2,000, which is not a bad deal at all. You can also go monthly and pay $300 a month, and even that isn't that bad of a deal when you consider what it normally costs to hire a good CPA for any normal business like this. I honestly can't remember a year where I ever paid less than $2,000 in a single year, even back when my business was just getting started in its infancy. So this is not a bad deal at all. If you're watching this years into the future, I would imagine that price will probably go up at some point. But just so you know, in case you're new to the realm of finding tax and bookkeeping help in the US, that's a pretty darn good value for the price. So again, if you want to give Doola a try, be sure to sign up through the REtipster affiliate link. That's retipster.com/Doola. I hope you find it really helpful. And if you do use it, I'd love to hear your comments below about how your experience is, whether you like it, if there's anything you think they could change or add to the service to make it better. I'm always curious to hear the real world experience from other people who are using this kind of service. So thanks again for watching. Again, retipster.com/Doola. I'll talk to you next time.